Yeah, and I will say, if the Lions actually end up knocking out the Niners by some miracle, and with Goff at quarterback, who's somewhere around this line, right? Like you could ask 100 people, and 52% will put him over, 48% would put him under. If they actually knock out the Niners and go, and Goff is not like just the absolute reason why, then I think Sheck is right. Like all of a sudden, the most happy people in the world are Ben Johnson's agent and guys like them, where you can take a off the field hire like a play caller that doesn't count against your salary cap, and that actually makes the difference of moving you from a middle of the road team to a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, I think also sometimes people are married to their takes where it's like if Jared Goff and the Lions do win this game, it's like, well, now he's been in 2 Super Bowls, and that was like the least memorable Super Bowl ever. They didn't show really anything on offense in that game versus the Patriots, but like the Rams, in theory, could have won it because it wasn't a blowout. So now if he gets to a second Super Bowl, I think people just have it in their head. They're like, oh, we already determined that Jared Goff is not a good quarterback. He's not an upper tier quarterback, and now you kind of have to go back and be like, I mean, is he Mahomes? No. Is he Lamar Jackson? No. Is he ever going to win an MVP? Most likely not, but the guy can get you there if you have the pieces around him. So again, like that's why I just know it's easier to fill out a roster and find a somewhat good head coach / OC, and I guess DC as well, than it is to like hit on the Patrick Mahomes, who is a generational player. You're not going to get a lot of them. And again, that he was in the draft too with Mitch Trubisky and Deshaun Watson. So like the teams that picked before the Chiefs had to trade up to get him. I believe they traded with the Bills, which is pretty funny, which actually gave him the pick for Josh Allen. But like that just shows that like the teams don't have this right, so that no one knew. So yeah, again, like I said it before, if I was a GM, I'm certainly building it in the way where it's a lot easier to find the guy who is like, yeah, he's good enough, and if we have a good team, we'll get there with him. Like that's fine by me.
Omaha!